Have you noticed that getting out of a deep armchair or climbing a flight of stairs feels just a little bit more like a mountain expedition than it did 5 years ago? It is not just your imagination, and it is not simply a side effect of blowing out more candles on your birthday cake. There is an invisible process happening inside your body right now called sarcopenia, which is a fancy scientific term for the gradual loss of muscle mass that accelerates after we hit the age of 50. But here is the good news. You are not a helpless bystander in this process. There is a specific combination of foods that acts like a biological light switch, signaling your body to stop breaking down the muscle in your legs and start rebuilding it instead. Today, we are revealing exactly what seniors should eat every single morning to reclaim their leg strength, improve their balance, and protect their independence for decades to come. Forget the expensive powders and the complicated gym routines. The secret is sitting right in your grocery store, and we are getting into it right now, starting with the undisputed king of muscle-building proteins. The foundation of strong legs in your 60s, 70s, and beyond is high-quality protein, but specifically, a kind that provides a high dose of an amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the master key that unlocks the door to muscle growth. Without it, your muscles simply won't respond to the protein you eat, no matter how much you consume. And the absolute best source for this morning muscle spark is the humble egg. Now, for years, we were told to fear eggs because of cholesterol, but modern science has completely debunked that myth for the vast majority of people. For a senior, the protein in 2 or 3 eggs is far more valuable for your longevity than avoiding a tiny bit of dietary cholesterol. Eggs are a goldmine of leucine. When you eat eggs in the morning, you are giving your quadriceps and your calves the exact building blocks they need to repair themselves after a night of fasting. But there is a catch. You must eat the whole egg. The yolk contains healthy fats and vitamin D, both of which are essential for the body to actually transport that protein into your muscle fibers. Moving on to the second part of this power breakfast, we need to talk about Greek yogurt. Now, do not confuse this with regular yogurt or those sugary fruit-on-the-bottom snacks. True Greek yogurt is strained, a process that removes the liquid whey and leaves behind a thick, creamy concentrate of protein. In fact, Greek yogurt contains nearly double the protein of traditional yogurt. But the real magic for seniors lies in a protein called casein. While the protein from eggs is absorbed quickly, giving you an immediate boost, the casein in Greek yogurt is a slow-burn fuel. It digests gradually over several hours, providing a steady drip feed of amino acids to your leg muscles throughout the morning. By combining eggs and Greek yogurt, you are creating a 2-stage rocket for your strength, immediate repair followed by long-term maintenance. This combination is a biological insurance policy against muscle wasting during the most active hours of your day. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about energy? Protein builds the muscle, but you need fuel to move those muscles. This is where we introduce the perfect carbohydrate for seniors, steel-cut or rolled oats. We want to avoid the instant, sugary packets that spike your blood sugar and leave you crashing an hour later. Real oats provide complex carbohydrates that break down slowly. Why is this important for your legs? Because muscle loss is often exacerbated by inflammation. High blood sugar spikes cause systemic inflammation, which is like a slow-burning fire that eats away at your muscle tissue. By choosing oats, you keep your blood sugar stable and your inflammation low. Furthermore, oats are rich in magnesium, a mineral that is absolutely vital for muscle contraction. If you suffer from leg cramps at night, it is often a sign that your magnesium levels are low. Oats at breakfast help top up those levels, ensuring your muscles move smoothly and without pain. We cannot talk about leg strength without mentioning the importance of healthy fats, specifically omega-3 fatty acids. You might think of these as just being good for your heart, but recent studies have shown that omega-3s actually make your muscles more sensitive to protein. As we age, our muscles become a bit deaf to the signals for growth. It is called anabolic resistance. Omega-3s act like a hearing aid for your muscle cells, helping them hear the protein signal loud and clear. Adding a tablespoon of ground flax seeds or chia seeds to your Greek yogurt or oats is a game changer. These tiny seeds reduce joint pain in your knees and hips while simultaneously making every gram of protein you eat twice as effective. It is the difference between a sluggish engine and one that is perfectly tuned. Let us address a critical factor that many seniors overlook: hydration. Your muscles are roughly 75% water. A dehydrated muscle is a weak, brittle muscle that is much more susceptible to breakdown. When you wake up, your body has been without water for 8 hours. Starting your morning with a large glass of room temperature water with a squeeze of fresh lemon is essential. The lemon provides vitamin C, which is a necessary cofactor for the production of collagen. Collagen is the glue that holds your muscles to your bones. You could have the strongest muscles in the world, but if your tendons and ligaments are weak, that strength cannot be used effectively. That glass of lemon water prepares your connective tissues for the protein and minerals you are about to eat, ensuring that your leg strength is built on a solid foundation. Another secret weapon for your legs is the inclusion of berries, particularly blueberries or raspberries. These fruits are packed with anthocyanins, which are dark pigments that act as powerful antioxidants. When you move your legs, your body produces oxidative stress. In a younger person, the body mops this up easily. In a senior, this stress can linger and damage the very muscle fibers you are trying to protect. The antioxidants in berries act like a cleaning crew, neutralizing that stress before it can cause harm. Think of them as the bodyguards for your muscle cells. Plus, they add a natural sweetness to your breakfast without the need for refined sugar. Keep your insulin levels in check and your fat-burning metabolism active. A tip that many top-tier nutritionists give to their older clients is to add a pinch of cinnamon to their morning meal. Cinnamon has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin is actually a very powerful muscle-building hormone, but in many seniors, the body becomes resistant to it. By adding cinnamon, you help your body use its own insulin more effectively, shunting nutrients into your leg muscles rather than storing them as belly fat. It is a simple, delicious way to optimize your internal chemistry for strength and longevity. Why is leg strength so vital? It is the #1 predictor of how long you will live and how well you will live. Your leg muscles, the quadriceps and the glutes, are the largest metabolic engines in your body. When you lose muscle in your legs, your metabolism slows down, your risk of falls increases, and your heart has to work much harder to circulate blood. Strong legs represent freedom. They mean you can play with your grandchildren, go for long walks in the park, and stay in your own home for as long as you wish. This breakfast is not about vanity. It is about maintaining your quality of life. Let us debunk another common myth: the fear of eating too much in the morning. Many people were raised on the idea of a light breakfast, maybe just a piece of toast or a cup of coffee. But for a senior, that is a recipe for muscle disaster. Your body is in a catabolic state when you wake up, meaning it is literally eating its own tissue for energy. If you only provide caffeine and a little bit of sugar, you are basically telling your body to keep burning your leg muscles for fuel. By eating a robust, protein-rich breakfast, you flip the switch from catabolic to anabolic, telling your body to build and preserve. You are not just eating, you are giving a command to your biology. What does this breakfast look like in practice? Imagine a bowl of thick Greek yogurt topped with a handful of berries, a generous sprinkle of flax seeds, and a dash of cinnamon. On the side, you have 2 eggs, softly scrambled or poached, served with a small portion of steel-cut oats. This is not just a meal, it is a pharmacological intervention for your health. It covers all the bases: fast protein, slow protein, complex fuel, healthy fats, and cellular protectors. It is the most powerful thing you can do for your body before 10 o'clock in the morning. We also have to consider the health of your digestive system. As we get older, our stomach acid naturally decreases, making it harder to break down proteins. This is why the probiotics in Greek yogurt are so important. They help maintain a healthy gut microbiome, which ensures that those luxury proteins you are eating are actually absorbed into your bloodstream and delivered to your legs. Without a healthy gut, you could eat all the steak and eggs in the world and still lose muscle. The yogurt is the vehicle that makes the whole system work. Consistency is the absolute key to success. You cannot eat this way once or twice a week and expect to see results. Your body needs a constant daily signal that it is okay to maintain muscle. If you miss a few days, your body defaults back to its conserve energy mode, which usually involves breaking down muscle tissue because muscle is expensive for the body to maintain. Think of your muscles as a high-end sports car. If you do not give it the right fuel and run it every day, it starts to deteriorate. By eating this specific breakfast every morning, you are telling your body that you are still active, still strong, and still in need of those powerful leg muscles. What if you do not have much of an appetite in the morning? This is a common issue for seniors. If that is the case, you can combine many of these ingredients into a powerful morning smoothie. Blend the Greek yogurt with a scoop of high-quality whey protein if you prefer. Add the berries, the flax seeds, and even a handful of spinach for extra minerals. You can eat your eggs separately, or even blend a pasteurized egg into the mix. It is much easier to drink your nutrients when your appetite is low, and the benefits remain exactly the same. The goal is to get those amino acids into your system as early as possible. Let us talk about the psychology of aging and nutrition. Many people feel like once they reach a certain age, the battle is already lost. They think, well, I am 80 now. It is only natural to be weak. That is a dangerous mindset. The human body is incredibly resilient and capable of adaptation at any age. There are 90-year-olds who started lifting weights in their 80s and doubled their leg strength. While we are not asking you to become a bodybuilder, we are asking you to give your body a fighting chance. When you start your day with a meal designed for strength, you send a message to your brain that you are still in the game. That mental shift often leads to more physical activity throughout the day, creating a beautiful upward spiral of health. For those who are concerned about dental issues or difficulty chewing, this breakfast is perfect. Eggs, yogurt, and cooked oats are all soft and easy to eat. You do not need to struggle with tough cuts of meat to get the protein you need. Nature has provided us with some of the most nutrient-dense foods in forms that are very gentle on the body. It is almost as if these foods were designed to help us as we navigate the golden years. It's also important to remember that muscle is not just for movement. Muscles are actually part of your immune system. They store amino acids that the body uses during times of illness or stress to create antibodies and repair tissue. If you have very little muscle mass and you get a common cold or the flu, your body has no emergency fund of protein to draw from. Seniors with more muscle mass recover much faster from illness and injury than those who are frail. Building your legs is literally building your defense against the world. Let us look at the financial aspect. How much do seniors spend on supplements, doctor visits, and medications for issues related to frailty? It is thousands of dollars a year. This breakfast costs a fraction of that. A carton of eggs, a tub of Greek yogurt, and a bag of oats are some of the most affordable items in the grocery store. You are using food as your primary medicine, which is not only more effective but far more enjoyable. There is no pill that can replicate the synergy of real, whole foods. Another benefit of this protein-heavy start to the day is its effect on your brain. The same amino acids that rebuild your leg muscles are also used to create neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. If you find yourself feeling a bit blue or foggy-headed in the morning, it might simply be a lack of protein. When your body has the raw materials it needs, your mood stabilizes and your focus sharpens. You will find that not only are your legs stronger, but your motivation to use them is higher as well. Everything is connected. If you are a vegetarian, you are in luck because eggs and dairy are the highest quality vegetarian proteins available. If you are vegan, you can still achieve this by using high-protein soy yogurt, tofu scrambles, and a mix of seeds and nuts to ensure you get all your amino acids, especially that all-important leucine. The principle remains the same: high protein, stable blood sugar, and healthy fats. Why do we focus on the legs specifically? Because when leg muscles go, mobility goes. When mobility goes, social interaction goes. When social interaction goes, cognitive health often follows. It is all a chain reaction. By focusing on the strength of your legs, you are protecting the very core of your humanity. You are staying connected to the world, to your friends, and to your hobbies. A strong pair of legs is your vehicle for a life well lived. Don't be afraid to experiment with flavors to keep it interesting. Add some walnuts for extra brain power, or a few slices of avocado for even more heart-healthy fats. The base remains the same, but the variety keeps you coming back to the table. The more you enjoy your breakfast, the more likely you are to make it a permanent habit. And a permanent habit is exactly what your muscle fibers are looking for. Think about the longevity of the world's blue zones. Those areas where people regularly live to be over 100 while staying active. They do not eat processed cereals or sugary pastries. They eat whole foods, often starting their day with eggs or yogurt and local grains. They move their bodies every day, and they nourish their muscles with intention. You can create your own blue zone right in your kitchen by making this breakfast your new standard. The science is clear. Muscle loss is not an inevitable downhill slide. It is a manageable condition that responds remarkably well to the right fuel. You have more power over your aging process than you have ever been led to believe. Every morning is a new opportunity to tell your body that you are strong, that you are capable, and that you are not going anywhere. Grab those eggs, open that yogurt, and start building the legs that will carry you through your best years yet. It is helpful to take a moment and realize that your body is constantly renewing itself. Even at 70 or 80, your cells are being replaced. The quality of those new cells depends entirely on the raw materials you provide. If you give your body high-quality protein and fats in the morning, the new muscle fibers the body builds will be strong and resilient. You are literally rebuilding a newer, stronger version of yourself every single day. Forget the idea that you have to spend hours in the gym to stay strong. While some resistance training is helpful, 80% of the battle is won in the kitchen. If you feed the muscle, it will stay. If you starve the muscle, it will leave. It is a simple biological equation. By making this breakfast your morning ritual, you are giving yourself the ultimate gift of health and independence. We often think of health as something complicated that requires a doctor's prescription. But the most powerful prescriptions are the ones we write for ourselves at the grocery store. This breakfast is your prescription for strength. It is your defense against frailty. It is your promise to yourself that you will stay active and vibrant for as long as possible. Imagine 2 weeks from now. You wake up, you eat your muscle-building breakfast, and you notice that getting out of bed feels just a little bit easier. You walk to the mailbox and your stride feels a bit more certain. These are the small victories that add up to a transformed life. It all starts with that first meal. Do not let another morning go by where you starve your muscles and feed your inflammation. Flip the switch today. Take pride in your health. You have worked hard your whole life, and now is the time to enjoy the fruits of that labor. But you need a strong, capable body to do that. This morning routine is the foundation upon which your retirement years are built. It is the fuel for your adventures and the protection for your peace of mind. Strong legs are not just a physical trait. They are a symbol of a life lived with purpose and vigor. So, as you head into your kitchen tomorrow morning, remember the power of the egg, the strength of the yogurt, and the energy of the oats. Remember that your legs are waiting for their building blocks. Give them what they need and watch as your strength returns. You are in control, you are capable, and your best days are still ahead of you. Keep those legs strong, keep that spirit high, and let every morning be a celebration of your vitality. Consistency will reward you in ways you can't yet imagine. In a few months, you might look back and realize that the stairs aren't so steep after all. You might find yourself saying yes to that hike or that dance class you thought was in the past. That is the magic of fueling your body the right way. It opens doors that you thought were closed forever. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and for a senior, that step is much easier to take when you have the muscle mass to support it. Start your journey tomorrow morning. Your legs are the pillars of your life, and it is time to make those pillars as strong as they can possibly be. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, and now you have the plan. Here is to your health, your strength, and your unwavering independence. Eat well, live well, and stay strong. The world is waiting for you to walk through it with confidence.